The devil's candy is the reason I love movies and metal. The Devil's Candy stars Sherry Appleby, Ethan Embry, and is directed by Sean Byrne. Not too many horror movies or movies in general really touch upon the metal music genre. So when movies do this, I get excited, and I recently heard about this movie called The Devil's Candy. I saw the trailer for it, and there was this metal sounding guitar that was kind of sprinkled throughout the trailer. And it just had some really strong metal vibes, so I definitely wanted to see this. And it seems like metal is always kind of mixed in with Satan. Even though I disagree with that, there is a genre of metal or a subgenre of metal that does touch on that, but for the most part, I'd say metal is pretty open-minded. But enough about that. The Devil's Candy, it's really about Satan, but it's about this family. They're kind of eccentric. Jesse, played by Ethan Embry, he is a struggling artist. He's a painter, very talented. And they move into this house, but the one caveat about this house was there was a murder involved before. That involved our, I guess, Satan character. And so immediately after they get into this house and he starts painting, it's almost as if Satan is actually painting through him, because these paintings that he's doing in this house, he doesn't remember doing. But what's cool is that it's one painting and he does like a portion of it, and then something horrible happens, and then he does another portion of it, and then something horrible happens, and it just all kind of builds to this crescendo at the end of the movie. Now guys, right off the bat, I freaking loved this movie. Did not expect to love it as much as I did, but it's awesome. One thing I love about it is the family dynamic. Jesse and his wife Astrid, played by Sherry Appleby, and the daughter Zoe are just so tight with each other. You really buy their chemistry together. You can tell that these actors must have spent some time together before getting on set, getting on camera. If they didn't, then they're just damn good actors, but they really sell it. And so every time something happens to them, you are so invested. And I have to give major props to Kiara Glasgow, who played Zoe. To me, one of the most interesting characters out of the movie, because she is just strong. She's a great actress, and she's a pivotal character in the movie. The title, The Devil's Candy, what it means is that children are the devil's candy. So the Satan character in this, he's always looking to find children and kill them. And so who is he most interested in that actually lives in his old house? You guessed it, Zoe. But this character has to go through hell in this movie, and she is excellent. So I'm sure that she has a bright future ahead of her. Damn good job. And also this movie just really has a lot of balls. I spoke about metal before, and metal plays a big part in this. You're gonna hear bands like Slayer, you're gonna hear bands like Metallica, just all kinds of cool stuff. If you're a metalhead, then you're really gonna love this movie. I even think if you're not a metalhead, you're still gonna love it. It's just a well done movie, it's great. I'd say it's more of a thriller than a horror movie, but what every thriller or horror movie should do is give you an awesome third act, a really tense third act, and that's what this movie does. You are really gripping your seat by the end of this movie. It doesn't let up, and you are just completely invested. And honestly, I didn't want it to end. It goes by so quick. This movie's only like, I think 85 minutes, but it felt like it was 45 minutes. It flies right by. I had a blast with it. Like I said, did not want it to end. And just to talk about the devil for a minute, one thing I like about this movie is that it says the devil's not really what pop culture portrays him to be. You know, he always has the red horns and all that, and this movie makes note of that the devil could be anything. It could be Charles Manson. So in a way that kind of humanized the devil. You don't know when you see him. He could be anybody really. And he's not as full on as, you know, we see in movies. The devil really creeps in subtly, and he does that in this movie, especially with the character Jesse. He does little things to make him screw up that he doesn't even realize. And everything he does to him kind of feeds into what happens later in the movie. So guys, I have to give this movie a Trapped on an Island. I loved the hell out of it. I think this is the first Trapped on an Island for 2017 for me, but I can't wait to see it again. I will definitely buy it when it comes out. Fantastic film. Please check this out if you haven't. I don't know if it actually came to theaters. If it didn't, then that's a big shame. But I saw it on Vudu. I rented it for like $7. Definitely do that. So anyway guys, what are your thoughts on The Devil's Candy? Looking forward to hearing it. Please check out this movie. Also stay tuned for my next review. It's gonna be The Void. Hopefully within the next few days I'll be getting that one out. Also Scream Stream tomorrow, we're actually gonna be talking about horror, but we're also gonna be talking about that The Last Jedi trailer, because I think a lot of horror fans are Star Wars fans. I stand by that. So anyway guys, Come on over to Killer Flicks, become a member if you haven't, where we talk horror all day, every day. And on Fridays, we do Free For All Fridays. Also, if you look down below, you can see all my social media links. If you like what I'm doing, please hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and metal. Actually, I'm going to use my good buddy Zach versus Blu-ray Mountains outro just because of metal. His outro is stay metal, my friends. So that's what I'm going to say. Stay metal, my friends, and sub his channel.